evening, everybody.
Hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh, no key in the door.
Good evening, everybody. Oh, do you want to lock the door? There's no key in the door. Oh, don't worry.
Never
An
mind.
absolute basic. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
It's Jemma.
We're being old.
We're being old versions of ourselves. Jemma looks incredible.
Yes.
She looks like a proper nana.
Oh.
Good evening, everyone. What's is that Nana? I've got grey in my hair. Do I look distinguished?
You look an idiot.
I look an idiot. Gemma, get on the feed, Nana. Okay, good. This is to represent how we feel now. This is it now. I feel like a
19
nana.
weeks of lockdown. This is what it's
I
doing.
feel like absolute pensioners. This is. It's
I've definitely got a bit of watery
old woman's eye.
Yeah,
So I've got the shakes. I think I've got the shakes. I've had a banana, but now I've got the shakes. And so we had a little bit of a wobble with the internet. Good evening, everybody. Do you know what it is, Jemma?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I think I've got to stop doing that now. I was walking round method earlier. I think what it is I think that we're going to be doing this show. We're on 19 now. We're going to be doing this show until we're in old folks' homes.
Yeah.
And they'll be going round, and like Olivia and Sophia have just visited, and I'll say to the nurse, "What time is it?" Because she's been wiping my bum. I haven't done it. I just get her to do it because I enjoy it. And then she'll say, "What?" I say, "What time is it, dear?" And she'll say, "It's 8:15." And I'll say, "What day?" She'll say, "Thursday." And I'll go, "Jemma, 8:15 on a Thursday night. Grab my teeth and I feel all right. Ain't got nowhere else to go. We're going to the lounge for a." I forgot what do we do? I've forgotten what we do. Good evening, self-isolators. Hello, homeschoolers.
We're not self-isolating then.
Well, technically we will be. We'll be in an old...
lockdown by the time
Technically, we will be self-isolated. We'll be in an old folks home. So, Jemma, can you get on the stream before we start? Should we do that? Or do you want to do the theme tune first? Let's just get a theme tune going. Why not? Let's just do that. Good evening, everybody. I can see everyone's here. We're all good.
Oh, sorry. We'll just do that again.
Come on, Jen, have a bit of volume. Woohoo! Here we go. Show 19, 8:15 on a Thursday night, and I grab my drink and I feel alright. Ain't got nowhere else to go, so we're going to the shed show. Ooh, shed show. I'm putting my glasses on. Shed show, let's go! Oh, good, shouldn't do that to a nana, should we? Oh, good evening, everybody. Take your knitting. Don't go down yet, Jemma. You need to sort.
Get the feed going.
If you want to shout out, speak to Jemma. She'll sort that out for you. I'm not going to talk like that the whole night.
Not necessarily, because I've got.
We have got some shout outs as well. We have got some shout outs. We're all back. We're good. 77 people. Good evening, everybody.
Woo-hoo.
Welcome to the show.
Hello.
The reason why I wanted to start that was 19 still going. This is how we feel. Gemma's got the rollers in. There you go. Looking like Doubtfire. Strangely attractive in a weird way.
What?
I don't know what it is.
Hello, dear.
I've never gone.
I feel very Mrs. Jones.
I do feel like this when I see you. That's what.
When I see you, I feel a bit.
I feel.
No, wait a minute.
What is it?
I feel a bit. Oh.
We should just do this for an hour.
Oh.
We don't. Well, you can't scroll through them. Oh, that. Anyway, what I was going to say is. Listen, right? I thought I Googled something today. 7,500 people a year turn 100.
What?
Work that out. That's 22 a day.
Oh gosh.
Now, do you know what I think? What I'm thinking is like when the Queen's signing the card, that's one nearly every hour, and no wonder she don't have time to get a proper job because that's a full. Imagine, I reckon she started off with real messages like, "You are a credit to this nation."
Yeah, when there's only a couple.
Yeah, you are, and yourself, you're an inspiration to the world. Yeah. I've written you a poem. Yeah. A centurion you are. I admire you from afar. Then after the 15th card of the day, I just reckon she put, "You're not dead. Nice one, Liz." I reckon that's how it went down. Good evening, everybody. Obviously,
go down now?
You can go down now.
Right,
good evening.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. Gemma's going to go. Careful with you. You're doing knitting. Are you doing your knitting?
Well, I've done a few here. Here's one I made earlier.
Oh, little bobble. I don't think they're going to fit me.
It's one for each ball.
I think they're testicle covers, aren't they? Testicle covers. Look, little hats that Gemma's made. She's knitting for imaginary babies. That's how confused she is. We haven't got any babies coming. We have got babies coming. Not us, but someone else we know.
Yeah.
Anyway, good evening, everyone. I'm going to start the watch. Let the mirth begin. Right. So what I want to do is basically the show this week. Got a packed show, Gemma. As usual, here in the shed. We're going to be talking Shed of the Year. We're going to be talking topical news. We're going to be going through the board of positivity, Gem. We've got question of the week. We've got llamas. We've got vaccines. We've got llamas. We've got everything. Not llamas coming in here, but we've got everything.
Haven't read the script
And you
again.
never read the scripts.
Llamas,
That's why you laugh.
geez.
If you read the script, believe me, you wouldn't. We've got Gemma playing the clarinet. Look, stay tuned for that. And we got Mags and Roy, of course, at the end of the show. So, welcome everyone. I hope everyone's all right. We're good. Brilliant. Right, now, what I want to say is, first thing I want to say is big news for me, Gemma, and kind of a dream in myself, is that I have been nominated for Shed of the Year, everybody.
You never mentioned
I never talk about it. Us shedders keep it private. The shed shodians know.
What happens in the shed
Stays in the shed. Oh, let me tell you, and a lot of it is breaking wind, if I'm being honest. But,
Yeah, I can smell it. From down
it
here,
smells like a hamster's cage in here. And anyway, it's a Shed of the Year. It's a proper thing I entered. Didn't think I'd get anywhere, right? Sponsored by Cupranol.
Oh.
Doesn't mean that we don't have our normal sponsors, Interlude Events.
Hello, Interlude.
We know who's paying
Bonjour.
our bread at the moment.
Bonjour.
I've never felt more like a dad in my life at the moment, right? Basically, I said at the start of this pandemic, Gemma, do you remember?
Go on.
Week 1, when I got on BBC News, Sky News, and 5 Live, I said, one man's pandemic is another man's career break, Gem.
Yes.
That was wrong.
Oh.
What I should have said was, one man's shed is another man's career break. Because that's what it is. Honestly, this shed, Gemma, has been nominated for more awards than I have.
I know.
It's got a better career than me. I'm going to be its manager. I can see it now, Gem. We're going to do signings in the foyer of Homebase. For the new book it's got out. Do you know what the new book it's got out?
Go on.
I couldn't see the wood for the trees. A story of sheds, of debauchery, Gem, overdosing on Cupranol, that sort of thing. Right? Do you know what? Can someone, imagine they're just standing there, could someone get me a glass of wood preserver for the shed, please? That's we're leaving. No more selfies. Gem, he's tired. He's been on his feet all day.
Yeah.
But here, I've got the clippings here, Gemma. I've got the
very
clippings.
nice.
The clippings here from the Shed of the Year. Look,
Here's what we
here we go.
prepared
Look,
here.
that's one there. Look, there we go. That's one from the internet. That's me. Daily Mail. Now I know it's a vicious Tory rag, but PR is PR, and I'm not knocking it, baby.
PR
Because
is PR,
everywhere.
yeah.
I've been in the metro. Absolutely unbelievable, right? Shed loads of publicity. Thank you very much. Right. Do you know what the woman who from Cupranol wrote to me? The manager, the marketing manager of Cupranol. Her name, Gemma, is Kirsty Woodbine.
Oh.
Now that name, you could only be in sheds or cigarettes.
Oh, gosh.
Sheds or cigarettes. Kirsty Woodbine. I mean, I don't know who she works with. Vicky Varnish. Charlie Chipboard. But she said, I've been astonished with the quality of entries this year. All our entrants have responded with creativity and imagination, and there's been an outpouring of kindness and community spirit. And do you know what she's referring to there?
Go on.
The Shedians, the Shedettes, the cult of you lots coming every week and following us.
We couldn't do it without
You. And I said to her, we're going to have a cult. We're all going to be in dressing gowns, and we're going to take the word. And then she put the phone down. But that's what I'm saying. We do, and do you know what? Do you know what I love about it? Right? I feel guilty because, look at some of these in this competition. Genuinely,
I know.
some of them are incredible. Like this one's not. I mean, this guy calls it Pallet Hollywood. I think he's got a drink problem. This lad. He's made a hot tub out of pallets. That's not a particular. That's
But that's pretty good.
I mean, it's pretty impressive. It's a midlife crisis happening in real time. But what I'm saying is, I feel guilty, Gemma.
Yes.
I feel guilty because like all these people have spent like months and years bending steel, foraging for wood, digging foundation, blood, sweat and tears, and we have put up a webcam and we're shouting into it once a week. I mean, they've made creations, right, that wouldn't look out of place on Grand Designs. Essentially, what we're doing is a cross between Babe Station and B&Q. And I've said that before, but they've fallen for it, guys. They've fallen for it. So we're ahead. We're winning. That's what I'm saying. And do you know what, Gemma? You don't know this.
Go on.
You don't know this.
What?
The final It's going to be broadcast on Channel 5.
What? Are you serious?
I am not joking. We might get a TV credit, not for me, for the shed.
What do you mean the final?
The final of the whoever wins, it's broadcast on Channel 5. They'll have to come here and do some filming.
Oh my God.
Imagine that, Channel 5. Do you know what I love about Channel 5, Gemma? Is that I've had dreams about being on telly, but it wouldn't have been Channel 5.
Oh.
Do you know? Because I can see what we're going to be on, Gem. Don't worry, we're going to be sandwiched in that sweet spot, Gem, in the schedules. 10 to 1 in the morning, in between Extreme Hoarders and the man whose face fell off. It's a gold. Do you know? Like, we're going to be going out live to 32 people in Inverness. Do you know what I mean? That's it. But I'm gonna record it though, because Channel 5's great. Too many adverts, man. Have you tried watching a film on there? It's a nightmare. There's a commercial break every 3 minutes. Drags it out for hours. I watched Goodfellas once, Gem, and it spanned 2 different days. I had to book a day off work, and they said, "Sorry, I can't come in. It's not finished yet." They haven't even done the robbery yet. I've been up for six days now. But here's what I wanted to do, Gemma, as a little bit of fun.
Go on.
Before we move on, a little bit of fun, because Channel 5 is famed. Is everyone happy, by the way?
Oh, yes, everyone's
Channel
happy.
5 is famed for their mad documentary titles, right? Man whose face fell off, case in point, right? Gemma, I've got some here, sweetheart. Do you want to play a little game?
Yes, please.
I'm going to give you 9 documentaries.
Right.
You're going to tell me if they're real or false.
Should I stand up for this?
You can stand up, show off your curls.
Right.
So I'm going to tell you, right?
It would be a shame that I put all this talcum powder in my hair not to show it up a little bit. There we are.
It's everywhere. Right, here we go. Right, it looks like you've just been headbutted by a weightlifter.
Yeah.
Right, let's do it, Gemma.
Crack on,
So
carry
are
on.
these real or fake? Number 1, the
Right.
woman who had 7 mums. True or false?
Oh, God. True?
It is true. Do you want to know their names?
Go on.
Sleepy, Bashful, Dopey.
Oh, bloody
No,
hell.
it's true. That's
Are
true.
you joking?
That's a true one, that. Number 2, the dog who could smell death. Is that a real or a fake documentary, Nana?
Real.
It's fake. It's fake. The man who had a penis for a hand.
Oh, real.
Fake.
Oh, you made that up.
Yeah, I wish it was. I wish it was. Number 4, Gemma. I lost weight, but lost my husband.
Fake.
Real.
Oh.
Real. Here's another one.
I'm rubbish at this.
When parrots attack. Fake or real?
Sounds like something Alan Partridge would suggest.
When parrots...
Real.
Fake.
Oh,
Gemma, you're bombing here. Help! There's a rhino in my house. Real or fake?
Oh, real.
Real? That's real.
Real?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I really didn't think that would be
The
real.
woman who married the Eiffel Tower. Fake or real?
Oh, real.
She's real. It's absolutely real.
that's gotta
She's
be
divorced
real.
it now. She fancies the Berlin Wall. Not lying. Not genuinely not lying.
Oh, God.
Number 8, the real Timmy Mallet.
Oh, real.
Fake.
Oh, I'd watch that.
And
I'd
finally,
watch that.
I was adopted by foxes. True or false?
True.
Fake.
Oh, God.
And that was, is it a real document? That's a
We
good
need
game.
to play that again.
Good game, innit?
Right, nice.
I'm making them up. Week 19 and Scotty's got a good feature. There you go. So the other thing, right, the other entries, Gemma, there's so much time and effort into these sheds. And I'm going to show you some of these, Gemma. I'm going to pick them up here because they are incredible. I mentioned them.
Yeah.
Your guy there with the pallets. I mean, but there's some beautiful ones. Look, there's a man who's customised an actual railway carriage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's beautiful. There's a one who's cut and shut 2 sheds together to make a bar. Not sure about that.
Oh,
But
I like that.
I haven't got pictures of them, but there's some that are incredible. They're made out of beautiful timber, wonderful designs.
They do some
Do you know what I
lovely
mean,
stuff.
right? And what I think, every one of those sheds, Gemma,
Yeah.
represents a marriage that's in trouble.
Oh,
Because
God.
there's 3 people in that relationship. There's them, the partner, and the shed, right? It's the equivalent of people putting mopeds in the kitchen. Do you remember that? And I think secretly these people want to move out. I'm not trying to tell you something here, Jem. They want to move out, but they can't afford to make it.
Stage.
Yeah, they can't afford to make it official, so they think I'm going to move a bit away,
Yeah, I must
but
admit,
still be there.
I did wonder why you put all your clothes in here.
Exactly. I mean, I've been sleeping. There's a mattress down here now. Like, I've heard blokes say, well, my dad did it. He always potted around in the shed. Oh, is it genetic then?
Yeah.
Not giving a shit. Is that genetic, mate? If a tornado swept through Britain, Gemma, all you would see is men run into the garden
Yeah.
and then just grabbing their sheds and holding them down. You can take the kids and the wife, just not the shed, not the shed. But they can wreck marriages, Jem, right? Because you go in for 5 minutes, 4 hours later you're still there. You're still there, just looking at the chipboard. Gemma calls me in, don't you? Like your tea's ready. Like I've had my children ring me and to ask me to come in because they've forgotten what I look like. So you know when I tell you what the relief is, Gemma. Someone said to me, "What is it like owning a shed?"
Yeah.
That was one of the questions. What is it like owning a shed?
Yeah.
And I think the only way I can describe it is, you know, when you're on holiday in a hot country, it's midday, it's boiling, you're walking around, you're sightseeing, and you step inside a church, and the cool, calm relief makes you feel that's exactly what it's
right.
like.
I love that. I love that.
Do you know what?
Feeling.
You walk into it. You're not
What,
even
when
really.
you go into like
Oh, come on, Nana. This is method. This.
a cathedral. Yes.
Because it's like you're not religious, but at that point you will be worshipping for a day because it's so cold and calm and quiet, and that's what it's like. I feel that every time I close this shed door. Do you know what I mean? Every time this soundproofing kicks in, that's what I feel like. And it's bizarre when you think about it, Jem. People spend thousands of pounds on their houses. It's full of luxuries. You're working to stay in it, right? And you spend all your time at the bottom of the garden in a wooden hut.
You're the Poddington Peas.
Yeah, huddling round a fan heater. It's ridiculous, the Poddington Peas. There's a lot of pubs, Gemma. A lot of entries from pubs, and I think it's people with...
Can I just say, you know, Rob...
yes,
Rob
you've interrupted me.
No, but Rob Pot of Enterley...
Oh, we've got to take this one because he's our sponsor.
Yeah, he says he's got friends who are the suitcase trains entry from rugby in the workshop
Right, well, you know what to do, Rob.
I like that one, I saw that one.
No, Rob, if you know what to do, if you want us to win, mate, you've got to nobble them. Go and burn it down, mate, tonight. They'll never know. Go burn it down. We don't want any competition, mate. This is like Tonya Harding in the ice skating. Go and break someone's legs.
Oh, that was a good
It was. Let's not talk about it now because we're doing a show, aren't we? Gemma's just chatting like we're in here with it. We've got people watching this. There's 87 people in Hull watching this. Do you know, there's a lot of booze ones, Gem. And it's like people who've got a drink problem.
I'd love a booze shed.
Yeah, but they're doing it so they don't have an intervention for the family. Because if you sat in the downstairs toilet, Gem, if you opened the door, I was in the downstairs toilet drinking cans, you'd probably be an outcry in the family. But if you sat on a stool in here, in wood, it's a bar. It's an incredible... I mean, that's not the same, is it?
Can we knock one up for next week? Look, just me sat at the back at the little bar.
I've got this here. Look, my friend, my best man, Philip Newsom. Yes. He's gone one better, this boy. He likes alcohol so much, he's turned his shed into a brewery. Look at that. Look at the pipes and the fridge of the hops. You can smell the hops. And Phil, he brews his own beer. He's in there. He sees more of that shed than his own kids, that man. I love him for that. Philip Newsom up there brewing. Fantastic brewer. Phil. So this is what I'm saying. The prize for the overall winner, Gemma, it is a year's supply of Cuprinol and a grand...
No, £100 worth of Cuprinol.
Oh, damn. I prefer it the other way around, a grand's worth of Cuprinol. The thing is, right, I'm going to have to make use of that. We've just stayed, I'm going to have to drink it or bathe in it. I'm going to come out looking like David Dickinson.
We've got to coat your shed in it, though.
Yeah, but I'm going to come out looking like David Dickinson, and I'm going to get all coated up. I'm going to be like, it's nice and light-hearted, though, Shed of the Year.
I love it.
Do you know what I love, though, Jen?
Go on.
If you had Basement of the Year.
Oh, no.
Cellar of the Year. Ooh, bit sinister, innit? Cellar of the Year. Let's face it, Fritzl's ruined that category forever.
Oh, God.
You know what? They always say, you know what they say at marriage?
Oh, everybody's madly Googling Fritzl now.
Oh, don't Google it. Don't Google it. He's a bloke that kept people in the cellar. Don't tell them. Oh, I've told them now.
Oh, God.
Right, here we go. Right, listen,
light.
Jem. Right, they say what the secret is to marriage. They say some of it is right. The secret to marriage is get a shed and keep your man in it. That's what they said. Oh, there was an article. There was an article. Imagine that the other way round. Yes, you can't do that. If you did that the other way round, there's a police matter involved, isn't there? You can't just keep women in sheds. Anyway, what I want to say is, I think this guy should win, right? And I've got an entry that I think should win.
Oh, you're doddering like me.
I'm doddering. Here we go, Gemma. I think this man should win. This man should win Shed of the Year.
Go on.
It is a man called Shedhead.
Hey! Oh God! What?
Someone. Now, I've had this story in my inbox. One of our fans sent me this story a couple of weeks ago, and I've waited to this moment to do it. This is a genuine man. This is a man who he's in Bristol, and he walks around the city centre with disco lights, fire coming out the chimney. No, and there he is queuing for Aldi. His name is Michael Shedworth.
Oh, can we get him on the show?
I don't know. He's like a Banksy, love.
Oh.
He's like a Banksy. He's an eccentric. And do you know what he did? He did a podcast recently, and I think it was beautiful. He said, this is what he said. He does it seriously, and he had the shed on his head, and he said, people need to see past the shed I'm still a person underneath, you know, which is hilarious. But he's genuine. Like, there he goes. He walks around Bristol with a shed on his head. And do you know what I love about that, Jem? They said wear a mask, but they didn't specify what it was to be made out of. So he's done it. He's got a little shed on his head.
Oh, I bet it's a bit warm under there.
But if that was a queue for Waitrose, they'd have to call that a summer house. He's got the summer house on his head, Peter.
Yeah.
Don't ask him where he'd hung the bird feeder, love. Right? But if you like performance art, I mean, we're mocking it, Jem, but I've genuinely... That is more impressive than some of the stuff I've seen at the Fringe.
Oh,
a man with a shed on his head. Right, if he was in Aldi, you could probably get that shed in the middle aisle.
To be honest, that's an idea for the Fringe next year. I could earn as a bob or two.
What do you now with the shed on your head?
I think
that's a cracking idea. Do you know what? At least he was social distancing, right?
Yeah.
Jem, he's going to stay 2 metres away, he said.
Yeah.
He would stay further away, but he can't get planning permission. That's a cracking joke, that, isn't it? I love it. Like someone said, right? Yeah. This is a genuine quote from the woman in Aldi. I couldn't believe it when he turned up. She says, I was awestruck. It's the shed head man. I couldn't believe it. I was shaking. I didn't dare ask for his autograph. I mean, this is the term you would describe to meet like Robert De Niro, awestruck. Or like, but in Bristol, it is a man in Aldi with the shed on his head. There you go. The other one is, Jemma, the other contender. There's loads of people who love their sheds. This man. This is Kevin Nix. And he's made...
That's not real.
It's real.
No.
It's the world's fastest shed.
That's not real.
100 miles an hour.
Show it me again. It looks like it's superimposed.
It's not. He drove it. 100 miles an hour, man.
That's amazing.
That is incredible, isn't it? That's the world's fastest shed. Do you know what I love about that?
Yeah.
Guinness Book of Records must have so many calls. How do you tell if they're real or not? Because they have all these lunatics, Gemma, just going, I've got a shed, mate, and it's the world's fastest shed. What? I think this one's drunk again, Alan. You've got a what? Got a motor in a shed, mate. No. Do you know, in everything a Guinness Book of Record, if no one else is insane enough to try it.
Well, that's what you got to do. You got to think of something.
Yeah, I know, but I'm sure I could get in the Guinness Book of Records for the amount of nails in a human scrotum. But I'm not going to try it. I mean, you're knocking that shed, Jem. Well, that'd be a great way to get the kids to school, wouldn't it?
Brilliant.
Just open the doors and fling them out the back. Absolutely wonderful. So that's the roundup there. What we're going to do, Gemma, before we move on.
I should have done a jingle.
You should have done a jingle. Shed of the week. What I'm going to do, Gemma, I just want to summarise what's been happening this week.
Yay!
So here's the summary of the week.
Oh, we should have done that.
I don't know. We haven't got a jingle, but we can do it for next week. It's not like we haven't had time to prepare. The gigs are slowly coming back, people. And one thing I want to say is actually, before we move on, Gemma, I want to say I've had a twitchy eye now for about 2 weeks. This one here. You know that twitchy eye you get?
Yeah.
Just
Does it mean you're tired?
I don't understand it, Gemma. I mean, I don't know what could be causing it. I mean, I drink 10 cups of coffee a day.
Oh, jeez.
I have about 3 hours sleep a night. It's a mystery, isn't it? It's 3 hours sleep a night? What on earth am I doing wrong? Anyway, I've got my first drive-in gigs coming soon. Quite excited, Gemma. It's going to be like playing Glastonbury, but they only let you do the car park, innit? It's going to be doing car park. That's it. It's strange doing a gig to vehicles, Jem.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I should be doing jokes or offering 0% finance. I'm not. Do you know what I'm going to do, Gemma? I'm going to get them rolling with laughter. Do you know, love?
How?
I'm going to ask them to leave the handbrake off. There's no bouncers, Jem, at these gigs. No bouncers. Just a patrol man from the AA. That's all there is. And it's strange, isn't it? You do jokes in front of car bonnets with a big screen behind you, and it's entertainment. You do it in the NCP in Nottingham, you get sectioned. It's but jokes are easy, Jem. Yeah. Crowd work is tricky, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Flash your lights if you're married. Sorry, no, we're not dogging, mate. Are you married? Give us a Gemma, give us a beep if you got kids. Gemma, how many? 2. What ages are there? It's like Roadrunner. You can't do that on that. Ridiculous, right? You still analyse the cars as if they're audience members, I reckon. Look, you'd be like, Jem, you get off, you say to the other acts, that Mercedes looks miserable. Look at that Audi. Look at the body. Look at the front grill. He's so angry. Look, his wipers are crossed. Look how crossed his wipers are. Right? It's the only gig you could get heckled by the best of Meatloaf, innit? So anyway, what I'm saying to you is, right, Gemma, the topical stuff, this week's news, right? The vaccination race is on, baby. Woo! The vaccination race. Oxford University is developing the virus. The government has ordered 90 million doses, Gem.
What the hell?
90 million doses. So that's Boris's children covered. That is, I don't do political jokes, but
That's the only one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh,
Keep that one.
that's
Tweet that one. The other thing is, right, the vaccine is developed, Jemma, you'll like this, a bit of science we're learning tonight.
Ooh,
via
history last week.
Science this week. I'm versatile, baby. Get me on the radio. I'm Radio 4, though. I'm not TV. TV's beyond me, really. I want to be on the radio amongst near the archers and things like that. The middle class section. Yes. Right, Jemma. Let me just say this, right. The vaccine's developed via a chimpanzee virus, right? Called the vaccine sector. It's meant to be. I mean, I'm not sure. Jemma, I'm confused. I want the vaccine to be given to me by a nurse, not a chimpanzee.
Oh, for God.
There's always a top university that comes up with a vaccine, Jem. It's always a top uni, Oxford, but you never hear like, why don't we let Bolton have a crack at it? University of Bolton. Do you imagine that, Jem?
I'd love that.
They come up,
Bolton University.
6 months of work, and there's professors just on the news like that with a fag. He goes, "What have you done?" Well, we've been in a lab and that, and it's been really busy. We've had pizzas delivered, and what we recommend for this virus, Jemma, what we recommend is we'll recommend a Nurofen and some Lucozade. That's what we. That'll take the edge off. The vaccine, Jemma, is called CHADOX1. Chadox1. Now, they need a better name than that, don't it? Because that's not a vaccine, is it? That's like a private registration for a farmer. A posh Chadox1, isn't it? Right. Other vaccinations have taken years to develop, Jem. 10 years. So I want to ask, this one's been done in months. What have those scientists been doing? The other ones, polio took 10 years. What were they doing? 10 years? What, we're just playing football for 9 years and then thought, right, we better crack on now. Right. The other thing is, Jemma, Llamageddon.
What is this llama stuff?
Llamageddon.
I do love. Do you know what?
I love a llama.
But you can't get too close, they spit.
They do spit, and this is the point now. What they're saying is the llama blood can be the key to the antidote.
What?
Because they can take the llama blood. They take the llama blood, and it's such a simple DNA. They can restructure it to help fight the virus because they can fiddle with it. But what I'm saying is, it can be re-engineered, right? Now, fiddle. I mean, that's a scientific term. I might have lost people there. What I want to say is...
Just got images of, like, scientists. Just have a fiddle with this.
Just have a fiddle with that, mate, will you? Get the microscope, have a bit of a fiddle. I've had a fiddle, I think I've solved it. Jemma, what I'm going to say is, they can take the llama blood. I don't mind that. Just make sure they get a cup of tea and a biscuit after. That's only fair. Sit down, give the little llama a cuddle, right? You know when you've run out of ideas when you're starting to do this, right? Imagine that, Jemma. They say to you, the good news is, Mrs. Bennett, you've had the vaccination. You are immune to COVID-19. There is some bad news. What's that? You've got foot and mouth. You've got foot. I think that, do you know what? Like you said, Jem, it'll be fine until we start growing fur. You know, having ridiculous growth spurts, having giant eyelashes and spitting at each other.
I won't mind the giant eyelashes.
I won't mind the giant eyelash. Imagine that, Jem. Just come in and like palm trees, just fluffing round like that.
Make a million with
Come here and waft me with your eyebrows. Come and waft me with your eyebrows. It's summer. I don't want to have to go in a cathedral. Waft me with your eyebrows. Jem, here's the interesting thing. When you have a blood transfusion in the future, your blood group, O, A, B, A. What's your blood group, mate? L. For llama blood. I'm a llama, mate. And every time you go to the zoo now, you're going to have to thank them llamas. And I think that's what they mean, Jem.
Yes.
By herd immunity. Come on. I'm on fire tonight. I put my little bonnets to dab myself with.
I thought you were wafting me bonnets.
I'm allowed to dab you. I'm wafting your bonnets around. I've been wafting Gemma's bonnets.
No, they've got to go to some nice children.
But they'll be smelling of babies. Smells of baby. Jemma, you need to be on your feet because it's question of the week.
Brilliant.
And Gemma's going to introduce this feature with the clarinet. Hi, darling.
This is exciting.
Can
I just do a few shout-outs here?
You can do a few shout-outs
our
before you do.
lovely friends Mark and Scott. Mark
Promote, that's sweet.
Mark, we do love you too.
They're not getting divorced now, are they?
No, not at all. He's got a shed.
Right.
But Mark says, has Jemma got a hairy back? I think this was in reference to the chimpanzee.
No.
Mark, as of Saturday, I'm sorted, love. I've got my beautician appointment booked. You didn't know this, 9 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah, Saturday morning, I'm off.
Oh, right.
And then...
it's going to take her till Sunday to get rid of that.
Now, I'm sure it was Lynn Hill. I'm going back here. Scroll. She says, me and my dog hold a Guinness World Record. Are you having us on, Lynn, or is this real?
What for?
I know!
Is it legal, Lynn? Let's not... Come on.
You can't can't just say you've got a Guinness
No,
World
we
Record
need
and not
more
tell us
information.
why.
Tell us why. We'll
We need
come
to
back
know
to that.
why.
Gemma, get on your clap. We
Right.
need to know why.
Why? We need to know why.
Come on, Jem Bob. We're
Now,
flying
you know,
tonight.
I've had a practice today. I was very squeaky.
You were squeaking.
It's the
Licky Reed.
climate. It's humid.
Licky Reed. Come on.
Humid. Oh, can you hold my music up, Doc?
Oh, Jesus.
Right. Oh,
This
don't
is
let them see it. I want it to be a
Oh,
surprise.
I'm sure it will be a surprise. Come on, I'm putting my glasses on for this.
Oh, I might steam up.
Let's do it, darling.
Oh,
Come
Jesus.
on. Come
right,
on.
here we go.
Here we go. Let you read.
Let me read.
Licky Reed. Come on, Gemma. Hold it together. This is Gemma introducing Question of the Week with a lovely piece of music.
Okay.
Remember, the theme is dreams and desires. Off you go, Gemma.
Okay, name that tune in one.
Let's go.
Ready?
I don't think it's going to be one. I think it's going to be more than one.
It's really hard to play when you're giggling.
It
Right,
is.
here we
It's
are.
really hard to play when you're shit. My glasses have steamed up.
I've got such a sweaty top lip.
Sweaty lip. You're not a little on a sweaty lip. Come on.
Oh, God.
Come on. Just get going.
Oh.
Oh, do you need... Drew back.
No! Don't say it! I want them to guess.
Oh, well, no one could have got that. It sounded... Go on. Start again. Jesus Christ.
Hang on.
Ah. I think that's good enough as an intro.
Let me just ask it. I don't feel complete if I've not done it.
Jeez, Jem, we haven't got long. We've only got an hour. Come on, do it! How we doing? Oh my, your teeth. It's because of your false teeth. She's gone as Nana. Ladies, I'm going to clap that off. We've got to clap that off. That is Question of the Week.
Oh,
Gemma, do you know what? Any dream will do. Do you know what I would like to say? Don't keep going. Any clarinet player will do. That's really good. I'm going to have to draw a line under it. If we keep doing
I'm
this.
so disappointed. I don't manage it.
Do you want to crack it again?
Question of the week.
And the question of the week is, does anyone out there play the clarinet?
I am so sweaty. Didn't I do that perfect
You did it.
earlier
You
on?
did it beautifully. That really came that. I'm an old man. Be careful. The question of the week, Gemma, was
Right.
dreams and desires.
Okay.
What are your dreams and desires? That's
Right.
what it is. We've got to shut the door because we can't
Okay.
have the neighbours listening to
Oh.
that music. Right. So basically, what we're going to do is dreams and desires. Gemma, we've had a couple of answers here. We've had a couple of answers here. We've had one from Rachel Mary,
Yeah.
who's up there. She's in
Yeah.
the hot tub with us. I
Right.
think it's her son there, Jem.
Right.
She's in the hot tub.
Yeah.
She said about 20 years ago we had a wonderful holiday
Yeah.
at Lake Garda in
Oh.
Italy. We set off for a walk along the lake. I saw a tanned, middle-aged Italian man in Speedos
Oh,
standing
God.
on the deck of his boat. He had a cigarette dangling from the corner of his mouth and he was looking down at the toolbox. I don't know if that's a euphemism, deciding which spanner he needed. It's definitely a euphemism. He was tinkering with the boat. An hour later, we walked back. He was still there trying to make a decision. My husband said, when I retire,
Yeah.
I want to be that guy.
Oh.
We've got 3 years to go. Will his dream come true? Do you
Oh,
know what Rachel's saying there?
Go on.
I wonder, you've written that as if your husband, I wonder if you will turn around to him and say, well, someone's dreams come true. He's moving in and you're moving out. And he's still tinkering with the spanner. And now I've brought him round.
Yeah.
He's going to be tinkering with my toolbox.
Haven't we got a photo of it?
It's there on the laptop. I just love the idea. I know what you mean though, Gemma. The guy just looking at the boat just all the time in the world. It's like I remember reading about a guy who just said he'd lived to his body clock. If he's hungry, I eat. If I'm tired, I sleep.
Oh, I like
Incredible.
the sound of
Yeah,
that.
didn't have kids though.
Yeah, the problem is
That's the
my
problem.
body clock's always telling me I'm hungry.
Yeah, exactly. My body clock's always telling me I'm tired and not famous enough.
God.
Weird body clock. I'm tired and I want to be famous. There's a bit of inner monologue coming out there.
Yeah.
Right, next. I don't want to be famous. I just want to be recognised. I'm going to win Shed of the Year. Then it'll all change.
For your art.
For my art, dear.
Yeah.
Radio 4. I've just done some science. Remember, everyone.
Yeah, science.
The other thing is, right, dreams and desires.
Yeah.
Lynn Hill.
Yeah.
She said they went on. They used to live with. We lived with my dad's knackered Morris Traveller on the road for years.
Oh, I
At
love
the
a Morris.
age 10, we went up to the shop, got loads of cardboard boxes,
Yeah.
and I made my own.
Oh.
And last year, she said the dreams come true. We bought our own motorhome. We're travelling the world.
Now this got me. This did.
Do you know what they're doing? They're watching us in the motorhome tonight
Oh, let's applaud
in
that.
Clevedon.
Oh.
Have you emptied the chemical toilet, dear?
Oh.
Have you emptied the chemical toilet? Don't remember to get some water.
She might bump into Chris and Rosie Ramsey in
Oh,
there.
yeah. I hate the fact you've got a motorhome. I'm jealous.
I'm
Right?
jealous.
And she said that they're doing something called pier bagging, Jem.
Right.
They visit all 55 seaside piers in Britain. And if
Right.
she thinks that's mad, her husband visits some that aren't even there. And he said
Oh.
he visits with a tide out so he can stand where they were. And there he is, look,
Oh,
standing
God.
where a pier was. You lunatics, the
Is
pair of you.
this Lynn?
Lynn Hill.
Can I just say, and can I tell them what Lynn Hill's record was?
What was it?
Over 1,000 beagles and their owners. We hold the record for walking the most dogs of a single breed for 1 mile all at the same time, and Paddy and I took part. We have a certificate to prove it. We need that for the wall of
We do.
positivity.
Do you know what they remind me of?
What?
It's like Cruella, a nice Cruella.
Oh,
with all the
that's
Dalmatians.
brilliant.
Come on, all the Dalmatians, follow me. Come on, let's go.
And she says, don't worry, your husband emptied the toilet yesterday.
Good man. I love the idea. I've got 3,000 huskies here. I don't know what to do with them. Shall I write to the
Oh,
Guinness Book of
shut up
Records?
with your
I'll get
accent.
Noddy Holder to come with the dog poo bags. Do you know how many dog poo bags must she have? She must have a suitcase full of dog poo
Lynn
bags.
didn't own 1,000 beagles.
She's responsible for their butt
No, there was other
output.
people. That's
Beagle-
a lot of dog poo, though, isn't it, on that
There's
wall?
a lot that in it. You could
Ooh.
fertilise a field with
Oh,
that.
dear.
Here we go, Gemma.
Yes.
We've got another shout out here.
Yes.
Ian Hemmings. Can I have a
Oh.
shout out to Gav Wilding? He's nearly there. He's 39.
Yeah, sorry, Ian, I missed that last
Well,
week.
I've
so we
remembered,
made
mate.
up,
But as for
yes.
39, really, you shouldn't be mentioning it. He's got one more year of being happy. And we should do. Victoria Midgley. She's got a caravan. She's a caravanner. She's got three.
Yes!
We're coming on to that in a minute, guys. She's got 3 Taurus, and she's now got a second static now.
Yeah,
she
she
calls
wants
it
a
the
second
holiday
static.
home. If it's a caravan, it's got wheels. And just this week, I've seen a new one. She's wanting
No,
one.
she was saying they call it a holiday home, but she says it's got wheels, it's a caravan.
It is, but it's static, isn't it? So the argument stands, my dear.
Oh.
Unless you can drag it along on its axles. We're getting very technical now. It's like
Oh,
Wonder Home in here.
I love it.
And obviously, Catherine Hutchinson written in. Her dream is to organise a charity event to raise money, a comedy night, and she wants Scott B Comedy UK to headline. I don't know who that guy is, but I recommend him. And of course, he'll donate his fee to the charity in exchange for some Cupranol. That was the audience's one. And I just want to say, Gemma, question of the week, I want to say, in a literal sense,
Yes.
dreams, they can only happen when you're asleep, can't
Yes,
they?
of
They can
course.
only happen. Now, sleep is something I really struggle with.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, so do a lot of
You are
parents...
shit at sleeping.
Rubbish at sleeping. I'm about as good at sleeping as Jemma is at the clarinet. Right, basically, a lot of parents, what they do, there's something called procrastinating of sleep, isn't there, Gem?
Yes.
They prolong their bedtimes, because when you spend all day dealing with kids and you sit down at, say, 10:30 at night,
Yeah.
that's when your evening begins. In your head, it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
The house is quiet. You
Yeah.
can watch what you want. You can make a coffee
Yeah.
without getting trapped in a never-ending whirlwind of snack and drink fulfillment for your
Yes,
children.
yes.
Just want a drink. I want a snack. You never get out the kitchen. So what you do is basically when the kids are in bed, Gemma,
Yeah.
you're reunited with your 18-year-old self.
Yes.
And you know you should be in bed. It's insane. We sat there sometimes at
Yeah.
midnight watching reruns of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire,
Yeah.
watching people only bail out at 1,000, thinking we should. This is when even Chris Tarrant should stop the broadcast and go, "You two need to go to
Yeah,
bed,
get
you
to
morons!
bed."
You're going to be up in 6 hours. Go to bed, you idiots!"
Yeah.
Right? And there's the most annoying.
So many parents will relate to this.
They will. And do you know what? The most annoying sleep habits, Gemma? Snoring, right?
Oh.
And I'm lucky. Gemma doesn't snore, right? It must be awful. To me, right, snoring, Gem,
Yeah.
is someone laying next to you just going, I am sleeping. And you are awake. It's Jemma. I am sleeping.
Oh God!
And what I'm
can you not do that again?
Sorry. What? Do you know what, Jemma? On a stag do, I once got bundled into a shared room with a guy who snored, and honestly, I didn't even know the guy, and I'm mild-mannered, but at one point I hovered the pillow over his face and I was going to kill him. I was going to kill him because the problem is he was snoring and he was one of these irregular snorers. There's no rhythm. There's no rhythm because you try and tune it out as white noise, and he'd go silent, Jem.
Yeah.
And I'd go,
you thought,
I'd go to sleep, and then all of a sudden. It just like a full brass band. It's like trying to sleep next to Goldthorpe Colliery Band. It was carnage. No, you don't. You heavy breathe.
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, you do. I have to roll you over sometimes because that's what they say. They say roll them over to interrupt the snoring. No, you're heavy breather.
Oh God.
She does that. like a muttler. Do you know what they say is you should roll them over, Jemma? Yeah. This guy was 17 stone. Imagine, it's like trying to bench press a mini metro, rolling him over. Imagine if he'd have woken up in the night.
That was my dream car when I was little, by the way.
A mini metro. Yeah. I had one that snored. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, right, Jem? Waking up in the middle of the night, and just a man you've never even met just pushing you. You just can't do that, right? And I know I'm a nightmare. I scratch. I sound like a chicken in the yard, Jem. I toss and turn. But I've said to you before, I want us to face the same way because it's a memory foam mattress and it remembers the way we sleep. I've said to Jemma, right, Jemma, we should always face east, away from the window, because in the morning the sunlight comes through, Jemma, and it burns my eyes. And I swear, once I left a glass of water on the bedside table at the height of summer, and I rolled over to turn the alarm clock off, and I nearly gave myself laser eye surgery.
Oh, God's sake!
It's just unbelievable, right? And I've heard, do you know what I heard, Jemma?
Yeah.
Some people switch sides of the bed every night.
No!
Yes.
Are they mental?
Exactly. It's insane.
Ridiculous.
It's like swinging for me,
Even
that,
when
isn't
we
it?
go to a hotel, I have to stay on the
Well,
right
that blows
on the
my
same
mind.
side.
Do you know what that's the equivalent of?
Go on.
Me putting your knickers on Wednesdays and Fridays. Just saying to Jem, I'm going to borrow your pants Wednesdays and Fridays. When we all know I do it Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when I do it. The other thing is temperature. We're talking about dreams, temperature. Because one of you's hot, the other one's cold. It's a recipe for disaster, right? Because I like one of you's in bed with 3 fleeces and a hot water bottle. Yeah. The other's laid out on top of the quilt.
That'll be me mum.
Yeah, generating more heat than Iron Man.
Yeah.
Just burning through the quilt.
Yeah.
Gemma's very hot at night. Yeah. Honestly, sometimes it's like sleeping with a sandwich toaster. I didn't touch her, Mister. And the other one is like, Jem, this happens so many times. You're always trying to get off to sleep. Mosquito in the bedroom.
I hate that. That has to go.
That has
to. I cannot sleep.
And Jemma can't relax, right? And I could probably sleep with it, but you just know that you can't deal with it.
But you can't ever sleep with a spider in the room.
Well, no, I just don't like it being there.
I don't mind spiders.
But these like mosquitoes must have night vision goggles because they do that fly pass on your ear.
Why do they go for your ear?
They know, they're winding you up.
They must be able to smell human
pheromone.
blood.
They're right past your ear. And what you do is, like, one of you's trying to nod off, the other one's naked, stood on the bed, holding a flip-flop, using the phone light as bait, trying to kill it, you know. The other thing is, Jemma always says to me, rub my back. Rub my back, she says to me, rub my back.
You've not done that for ages.
I can't do that.
You're rubbish. You go to sleep after about 2 seconds.
It's because I'm on a weird angle. And I must admit, right, she wants a proper man to do a proper massage, and I'm pouring at her like a dead man's hand. Just thought, it's not very good. And I always get the jerk when I fall asleep.
Yes!
I hate that. I don't know what that is. It's like a thing reaction.
It's like a reflex, isn't it? Is it your muscles?
Yeah, it is. Like, you're all relaxed and stuff, and then suddenly... Like my legs will spasm and I'll just fire the quilt into the wardrobe. Sometimes I've hung it on the light fitting.
You've hit me before doing
I've sometimes hit Jemma around the head. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's a spasm, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it won't stand up in court, but it's still a spasm. The other thing is, right, what I want to say is men wake up and things happen. What I'm saying is men wake up, things happen, Jemma. And you wake up and you have things down there that have happened. And once, like, I got up in the morning, Olivia rushed into the bedroom, and obviously I couldn't get rid of it, and she sort of said, "Oh, what's happened, Daddy? What's happened?" She was confused about the whole situation. And all I could say, Jemma, was, "Oh dear, oh dear. It appears that bits of Daddy's body have got up early this morning." I mean, that sort of satisfied her to an extent, but
dear.
that's the problem men have to deal with. There's a new product out now, Gemma. We should
What?
get it, called the Duo mattress. And what it is, it's a normal mattress, but it's 2 bits on top that you can engineer for the temperature and the firmness
Oh God,
for
can
the
we get
people.
one?
Yeah, we should get one, but it's 800 quid. And
No, we won't bother then.
my attitude to that is just get 2 single beds.
Yeah, exactly.
2 single beds like they do at the
well
Travel
up for
Lodge.
that.
That's what we should do. I've got some things here, Gemma. I want to say before we move on. Yes, that's what it is. Before we ring my mum and dad.
Can I do a shout out?
You can do one shout out, yeah.
This is to the lovely Mark Douglas from Scott, who got engaged on the show a couple of weeks ago. And he says, please can you give a shout out, happy birthday to my hubby-to-be for Sunday, Mark Douglas. So happy birthday for
Mark.
Sunday.
Happy birthday, Mark. Have a lovely day.
Joyeux anniversaire.
Joyeux, lovely, Gemma, lovely. Bit of French in the
Well,
show.
that was a bit of French there for... who are our friends who live at... who watch the show at it's Julia and Michelle.
Michel Lambert.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, Michel Lambert.
No, it's Le Magnon.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Listen, let me carry on. Right, dreams,
Sorry.
Gemma. I want to do a bit of analysis of dreams. Right, I once had a dream, Gemma.
Oh, I love this when you know why a dream. Why you
having a dream. I had a dream, Gemma. Genuinely, the whole dream was that I was in a bear hug by a man in an orange jumpsuit. Shoot, and he was squeezing. It's a false teeth. He was squeezing me, and we were watching a game of pool.
Oh my God, that's
and
weird.
every time someone potted a ball, he squeezed harder, and he said, "Balls equal oxygen."
What the hell?
Never forgot that. Don't know what that means. I think
Balls
balls equal oxygen. I woke up and I had my face in my pillow and I couldn't breathe. I think that's what it was. Here's, Gemma, a very quick whistle-stop tour of some of the common dreams, and then we're going to move on to your dream, and then we're going to ring mum and dad.
Right.
So, what does it mean if your teeth fall out?
Oh, I don't know this one.
What it is, it's reflecting your anxieties about your appearance and how people perceive you.
Oh, really?
Or your teeth may just be shit. I mean, a lot of it is fear of embarrassment and feeling unattractive. I've never had the teeth falling out.
I think I've
never
had
had
that
the
once.
tooth.
I've had that once.
What happened? I mean, I'm getting it now. I'm a pensioner, probably.
Yeah, no, I can't remember, to be honest.
What happened? Nothing.
No,
Nothing. You were fine with it. Just went to the dentist, had a checkup. Everything's fine.
Everything's
What
fine.
does it mean if you're being chased?
Oh, I hate those dreams.
It suggests you have a tendency to run away from your issues rather than tackling them. All these dreams are doing is telling you off.
That was when I should have cleaned out the loft.
When Jemma should have cleaned out the loft,
Yeah.
I said to her, if you don't finish this loft, you're going to have a dream of being chased, mate.
Yeah.
And she was like, no. That's what it means. You know when you watch like a slasher film, Jem,
Yeah.
and they're being chased through the woods by a nutter with a knife? It's not about that. It's actually an allegory for you need to have a look at yourself and tackle your issues, guys.
Oh my God.
I'm joking. I'm just talking about it. But that's what you could spin it as. If you can't find a toilet in your dream, what does it mean?
Oh God, I've needed the toilet.
You're struggling to
loads.
express your needs in a certain
No,
situation.
generally when I've needed the toilet, it is because I genuinely need the toilet. Yeah.
I love how you can struggling to express your needs in a certain situation, Gemma, and you woke up, you've still pissed the bed. I mean, I don't know what your knees are. What does it mean being naked? It means
I've never had that one.
is you're struggling to find yourself or feel you're being wrongly accused or exposed.
I've known loads of people who said they've dreamt about being like naked in public.
Well,
or...
it's the thing that they say, isn't it? You woke up, the worst thing they say is when you're doing stand-up is to imagine everyone naked. I don't understand that because
or when you're
I
nervous.
can't do jokes with an erection. I've done 2, and it was to Gemma, and now we're married with kids. So there's a lesson for you. What does it mean if you feel underprepared for an exam? Underprepared are commonly linked to adults and children under stress. The dreams are a reflection of the individual's lack of confidence and ability to advance to the next stage.
That's awful.
And there's plenty. And the last one here, Gemma, I think this is quite good. What does it mean if you are dreaming that you are a sausage roll?
A what? A sausage roll?
Means you are sexually malnourished. I made that one up.
Does it just mean that you want to get to Greg's?
No, well, maybe. Greg's and sex are the same thing for me. Like I said, I watched pasties being cooked in an oven, and let me tell you, I've watched that several times in the room when I've been alone in the house. Now, Gemma's dream, there's no surprise here. Before we ring, and this is interesting because you want to talk to my mum and dad before we move in. Gemma's dream is to own a caravan.
Yeah, and it's no surprise if the people who know me know.
Stand up, Gemma. Come on. I can't have this anonymous voice down there. It's ridiculous. If you want a caravan, you're going to have to stand up and admit
I have
it.
a dream.
Right.
Yes.
You want a caravan, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Now, the interesting thing is, I'm not ready to.
You are kicking against
I am,
this.
but hanging.
He grew up with caravans. I never did.
She made me sound like I'm from the travelling community. I'm not. But
Yeah, but you're lucky because you had a childhood in a caravan.
again, you were born in a caravan. You had your palm read. No, listen. I had a lot of holidays as a kid. I had great holidays. But what I
Yeah.
want to say is, I wasn't keen on the idea. But now, a big wing mirror, a body warmer, some beige shorts from Millets, going down a single track road in Devon, holding up ambulances in rush hour. That sounds like there's a lot to like about it. Gemma likes the idea on a Friday night of saying, let's just go somewhere.
Yes.
Let's just throw a loaf and a can of beans in and let's just go.
Yes.
I think it'll take me 2 hours to put the tow bar on.
Oh God.
But what she means, what she says is, she always says this, it'll look lovely with the little lights on
Yeah,
the night.
the little lights.
Listen, Broadmoor looks good
Oh,
when they switch the table lamps.
you are an
But I don't want to stay there either.
Jesus. Look, I want a caravan.
I know. What about a static?
No.
Well, my uncle had a static, and I must admit, it was
I've
good.
got nothing against statics, but I just want to do a bit of
Well,
touring.
he had that coastal erosion
Beg
problem.
your pardon.
He had a coastal erosion problem,
Right.
and I don't think, that caravan's great, but you don't want to get up in the morning and step onto a 60-foot drop. So I can see the thing of touring. But like, my mum and dad, right, offered, when we got together, to drive the caravan anywhere. My mum was like, Roy'll drive it, are you? Roy'll drive it everywhere and leave it, and then you'll disappear. Like some sort of caravan Merlin or some sort of Gandalf. He'll set it up and then he will evaporate into the night.
Your dad is brilliant.
I love it. I love if we just said, Dad, we want to go to the south of France. And he'd go, all right, I'll see you on the ferry. And my mum had made him, right? I do fancy it. I might do it because it's good to go from the shed to the caravan.
Yes.
It makes sense. I like the idea of sending the kids off on their bikes to the play area.
They're outside.
And we
they
can
run
just sit by the
around.
car and drink wine.
And the thing is, though, in this, drink the wine bit.
Yeah.
But it's like if it's raining and you're under canvas, at least if you're in the van, you're covered.
I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
The other thing
And
is,
it's your own dirt.
I think what's wonderful is
Go on.
it might be a chance for children to share the same enthusiasm as their parents.
Yes.
Because the thing is, and I've seen this before, when you go out for a walk with your kids, I really want them to be enthused, and it's never right.
No.
That's a dream of mine, to connect with my kids on that
They
level.
actually want to go for a...
Yeah, because basically, you don't. When you go for a walk with your kids, you don't go for a walk. You hold them hostage for about half an hour, and like I want to tick off some invisible checklist I've got in my head. Parenting check. You've said it before, and I can post the whole thing on Instagram to make other people jealous. Just like dream days, family time, perfect dad. Yeah, and like all the kids are in the Berghaus, just tired and covered in mud. Daddy, that was incredible. You showed me how to use the compass. I will never forget these life skills. This is my dream.
Keep dreaming, love.
I will never forget these life skills. I went to the Scouts and the Cubs, but this has been so much better because it's real, Daddy, and it's from you. But I mean, like, the reality of that is my children have given up by the first dog poo bin.
Oh, they're moaning by the end of the driveway.
Moaning by the end of the driveway, and like they've eaten all the sandwiches. They're all broken. They've gone from cold to hot. The shoes are aching. The feet are burnt, and now I'm carrying one of them. It took us 3 hours to get to that bin. Right, and like Jemma will always say, well, it's just nice to be out and get away. I'm like, get away! I can see the visitor centre. We know where.
Mind you, I do like it when there's a nice cafe.
You go all that way for a coffee.
If we're going on a walk, I'm like, is there a cafe within half an hour?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I do like a coffee.
I think my last dream here,
Go on.
is.
Isn't it a caravan?
I'm coming round to it. Honestly, you will come. I think we should do it. Eventually. This is me saying now to you, Shed Show. This is
maybe if we win the Shed of the Year.
If we win the Shed of the Year, we'll make one out of wood and cover it in cooper and all. I get scared of towing it. I just get scared of driving down the M6 and seeing it pass me.
I'll tow it. I'm not afraid to tow.
Gemma, just tow it, mate.
I'll tow it.
I'll walk in there.
I'll have you know, I drove a white transit van in Spain.
Well, I mean, that's the trade-in for any caravan.
I worked in Estatit.
I drove a white van in Spain.
Cantabrica.
I drove a white van on the wrong side of the road, She did clean caravans.
I did clean
Actually,
caravans.
you have got.
That's where it started.
What you cleaned up? You
It
went.
started in 1998 when I spent a summer cleaning caravans with window lean.
Oh, do you know what that's like?
We cleaned everything with window lean. We could have killed people. We cleaned cups.
Clean kettles
window
with window lean. If you've got any sort of respiratory problems and you went to SRT in 2001, there you go.
Can I get done for that?
No, I mean you've admitted
sorry.
it on a live show. Do you know what's amazing though? It's like when you get like guitar people, like Noel Gallagher formed Oasis after being a guitar roadie. It's not cocaine. Noel Gallagher formed Oasis after being a guitar roadie for Inspiral Carpets. He stayed in the background. He learnt everything. Gemma, you were cleaning caravans at SRT, and now you're thinking, I want a piece of that caravan.
I want a piece of the caravan.
So maybe one day. My other dream, it's a bit of a silly dream, is I want to be a kid again for a bit. And because I think like...
I see, I don't want that.
No, because do you know what I've realised is there's a horrible thing in life that you're limited as an adult. And I tell you when you're limited, it's when you're not allowed to go on the swings anymore.
Oh, it's just because my fat arse won't fit on them.
Well, it's not about your fat arse. It's about the fact, and you haven't got a fat arse. You said it, not me. You can't go on the swings because the centre of gravity is wrong. So, like, when you go on them, 3 swings, you feel sick. You feel like you've had about 10 Jaeger bombs.
Oh,
that's what it is.
I do. I feel
and it's like your centre of gravity is wrong.
I can't even look at the roundabout.
No.
Forget it.
Well, the thing is,
it.
that's the thing, because thank God you can't do it as an adult, because no one would get any work done. No. You'd be like in the office, and you'd be like, Pete, wait, you finishing early? Yeah, I'm finishing now. It's 3 o'clock. Well, I'm just going to go down the park. What do you mean? We've got a report to do. Come on. They've got a new slide, mate. Yeah. They've got a new slide.
Oh.
I don't want. You can push me on the swings.
Well, you're not telling me it's not.
They've got swings that could go right round, mate. Could go right round. Do you know about Tomo last week? He jumped off the top slide and landed on the swing. It was amazing, mate. It was amazing. They've got a crazy slide. They've got a bit of tension. Do you know what? They can't do that. Do you know that Douglas Bader, the pilot? Again, more information here. This is so knowledgeable now. You are so lucky I researched this stuff.
Who the hell?
Douglas Bader is a pilot, right? And when he lost his legs, he was able to withstand record levels of G-force because his centre of gravity had changed. So what I'm saying to you people is, if you're an adult and you want to join in swings, do you know what you need to do? Chop your legs off.
Oh, for God's
Well, then
sake.
you'll need someone to push you. So there is other things, but we're slowly running out of time. And I think now what we should do
would be
is
be
a perfect time
to ring the king and queen of the caravan
King
world.
and Queen of the Caravan
And
World.
can we just put a little plug in there? I know most of our shed fans have watched Caravan of Love, but you know.
Oh, you got the feed on
Well, I
it.
know. Well, I'm not ready yet.
Oh, right. Sorry. Oh,
So flipping
all right.
heck, love.
All right. Go on. It's all right, babe. Go on.
Dear
What are you going to do with the plug? Go on.
No, I was just saying about the Caravan of Love, a comedy pilot that we filmed in 2017 about having a caravan.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Well, of course. Do check that out. Many of the jokes I've done tonight are in there.
I was just saying, like, you know.
No, I know it is. It's Gemma's in it. It's Gemma's love. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hello!
Good evening, Mum. How are you?
I put on to
She's gone. She's gone again. She's gone. Dad never answers the phone. Hello, Royston. How you doing?
We're doing absolutely.
I think the show has been smooth tonight.
We've just been talking about your caravan.
One at a time.
Say him again.
Are we the pensioners or you? We've just been on about you've been about your caravan, Dad.
Pensioners of the future.
Yeah.
Dad, what do you think of your caravan?
What do I think of it?
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Has it changed your life? Do you remember the first day
Come from home.
Do you remember the first day you got it?
You ought to get one, Scott. Get one.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I can see you now bullying me into this.
In fact, we'll take it anywhere you want to go. And we'll leave it for you.
I love that
and
she...
all you'll need to do,
Yeah.
make sure you don't scrap it.
Oh,
Dad, I love
there's
the fact
nothing
that she...
wrong with your van. It's vintage. It's beautiful.
Danny.
What's the one reason why I should get a caravan?
Because Gemma wants one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because Gemma wants one. Because you'd be a sad geek like we are.
there you go.
Happy wife.
Imagine if we had caravans opposite each other, Dad.
Yeah, you could come with us. That'd be brilliant. Kids would be popping in.
Well, you can have the kids. We'll then go.
We'll babysit.
But you don't want the loo though, do you?
You don't use the toilet. You always use the... We've got lovely shower blocks. We don't need to crap in his van.
No.
Have you ever done a
caravan? We'll probably be getting rid of ours.
Dad? Have you ever done a poo in the caravan?
No. I think.
Dad,
Dad's like,
Dad, have you?
Not intentionally.
And you weren't even in the toilet. You were in the awning.
oh,
You're in the awning.
It's number one. No, number one in the loo. Number two, you don't do.
No.
One's it?
Number one, you'll get on. Number two, you
Oh,
don't do.
yeah.
Number 3 in the morning, go behind the awning. Eh?
What?
We're just.
The beauty of it is, if you're desperate and you're in the awning, all you need to do is just lift the flap.
Lift a flap. Is this Mum or you, Dad? What's going on?
God.
Lift the flap, Dad. The theme is dreams tonight and desires. Now you're a man who's achieved everything in life.
Yeah.
But what are your what dreams have you got before you go to the song for this week's show?
I think the thing is, my dream is, I'm just grateful to get up in the morning.
Oh, is that rude?
Just get up out of bed.
I know what you mean, Roy. Oh, well, that's lovely.
Every day's a
That's
blessing.
lovely and a slightly depressing end to the show. So thank you. Thank you. Go
I
on.
think your mother's dream is because she keeps asking me where I've put the insurance policy.
Ah, she's on to you, Royston.
Oh, Max.
Well, Dad, speaking of, have you got a song to play us out tonight?
yes.
It's getting difficult finding them now.
Well, how about we do that conversation not on the live show, Mum?
Max, we can
have
go
got
back
a
to
song.
week one. I'm sure people won't remember what we played.
Go on.
We have got a song relating to dreams
Go on then.
by Bobby McFerrin
Yes.
called Don't Worry,
Yes.
Be Happy.
Lovely.
Yes!
Let's hear that then, Dad. That's a lovely message.
Right. Okay, here we go.
Oh!
You're both singing different songs.
That was lovely.
My mum was on the 7th verse there. Come on.
Let's do it.
Don't worry. Be happy. Live your life behind some trouble. When you worry, you make it trouble. Don't worry. Be happy.
Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Be happy now. Don't worry.
Don't worry, be happy. They got no place to lay your head. Somebody came to your bed, but don't worry. Be happy.
Oh, that was very good, that bit.
The line of bed, you ready to play. You may have to live with it, but don't worry. Be happy.
Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry, be happy now.
Don't worry, be happy. Come on. You got no crash, you got no style. You got no food to make you smile. Don't worry. Be happy. When you worry, your face will frown. And I will bring everybody down, but don't worry. Open the shed. Be happy.
Good plug, Dad. Kazoo! Don't worry, be happy now.
Don't worry.
Be happy.
Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. You'll get a caravan sometime. Be happy.
Mother and father.
Yay!
That was incredible.
Woohoo!
Thank you so much, Mum and
I love
Dad.
that song.
We
It's
love
so
that.
good.
You were top form tonight, top draw.
Awesome.
Top
Awesome.
draw.
I'm sorry your dad messed this up at the beginning.
Hey,
Dad.
listen, don't you worry.
Max, you're talking to a clarinet player here, love.
You sounded wonderful. Listen, guys,
I'm
go on.
just popping casualty now. You've always got me back ahead.
Right. You go and sit in the shed, Dad. We love you. See you next week. Love you loads.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Woo. Woohoo.
She just went,
Oh, it's quite stressful.
yes, get a bit of volume up. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show this evening.
Hey.
We have had an incredibly smooth stream. I had a stream, a smoother stream. That was secretly my dream, Jemma.
Oh.
And high five that.
Yay!
We rebooted the router,
Oh,
and that's
come
what
on.
we need to
Do you
do.
think that's it?
I think it's that old lady at BT. She's made it happen. She's come and sorted it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the Shed Show of this evening. Show 19. Please do share the show, spread the word. Maybe we'll get Shed of the Year. I will know probably before the next show where we are.
No,
So
9th of August.
9th of August, so not the next show, the show after that. Have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for coming and supporting the show, for watching on Catch Up. We'll see you again next week. Have a fantastic week, and we love you. Good night, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Hey!
You had your puffer jacket on. You had your puffer jacket on. You had your puffer jacket on. Then you were gone. You had your puffer jacket on.